Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on this fast forward planet. Still wrapped in a pandemic. We still have more than 7 billion people with a B, 7 billion out of 7.8 billion. Have not seen a single shot yet, let alone be fully vaccinated. India is not alone in having this virus being out of control. Brazil is back into the morass. Even Japan, where they have a very low
Oh,
vaccination rate. So things are really troubling. And that's why every Sunday we stop from what I do during the week and just kick back and get into the music a little bit and convene with friends. Last couple of weeks, we were in a studio with several of us in the same room at the same time. We'll be doing that more in the future too, but this weekend it was easier for me to set up this way. And here's Karen Brooks at her beautiful farm up in Heath, Massachusetts. Last time you were on, you could hear the sheep in the background. Hope you're
yeah.
doing well, Karen.
I am. It's such a beautiful day. It's hot for here, which is not hot for where you guys, but it's warm and it's so
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh my God, it's so green and always a good breeze under this little canopy of trees right here. And speaking of vaccinations, I have 4 children and 2 have already been vaccinated and 2 are not planning on it.
One of mine is not planning on it.
And it's just like, and one of them is going to fly here from California in a month. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know. What can you do? You can't force people and you can't change their thinking. They have to come to it on their own. But I think over time, as more and more people get vaccinated, I think that should help. I hope. And here we have the vaccine and they don't have it in other countries. That's what's so sad. And like,
I know. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Such a challenge. Well, what comes to mind musically for you this morning? I wonder.
Well, I told you I had never played that the Papua New Guinea song, which is not a happy song, but I'm going to try to. I'll try to play the whole thing. It's a long song. So it was. I'm not even sure what year now it was that the big wave hit Papua, but it was huge and destructive. And I read an article in the newspaper, the local paper, that was quoting the fisherman, and I just took his words and made this song. So let's see if I can remember.
1998.
98, yeah. And anyway, I didn't tune, but hopefully it's close enough.
Okay.
Oh, I'm playing another song. Wait, I'll get this. Okay. Wait a second. Yeah,
it's Sunday morning.
I was starting to play a different song. It has almost the same chording.
It's okay.
Where are the children of Papua New Guinea? It was a holiday. The children home to play. We had our evening beer. And then it came. We felt the tremble in the jungle. At first it sounded like an airplane, just like the hum of an airplane. And then it came. 23-foot wall of water washed away our sons and daughters. Why not me? Where are the children? Papua New Guinea. They said, be grateful for small mercies. Can you tell me where's the mercy? I lost my father and my mother, buried my sister and my own brother, and now they're burning down my village, 'cause there's just too many bodies. And they say the schools won't open, 'cause we lost so many children. Why not me? Where are the children? Papua, New Guinea. I was a fisherman. I had a simple life. It was a paradise until it came. 23-foot wall of water washed away our sons and daughters. Why not me? Where are the children? Maybe they're swimming in the ocean. Maybe they found another island. Maybe they're walking on the water. Maybe they're playing with the dolphins. Why not me? Where are the children? Of Papua. New Guinea. Thank you.
A stunning song.
The thing that just struck me so much was that all the children were gone, and they wouldn't, if the school was up in the mountains, and if they'd been at school and it wasn't a holiday, a lot of them probably would have survived. But that was just, I forgot a bit of it, but you forgive me, I haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
What connected you to that particular tragedy?
Just that
What
it was
that?
just, it was actually right around the time of the revival, and I just happened to see this newspaper article. I knew it had happened, but it was just, it just really hit me. And to hear that firsthand recount of it by that fisherman, that
Yeah.
was, he lost everybody. I mean, everybody was gone. And anyway, just so poignant. And just a few years later was my house fire, which was a devastating thing. But
Wow.
so I wrote that around the time. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's hard. These catastrophes, small and large, are hard to grapple with. And they leave such long shadows. I've done a lot of disaster reporting, and especially for children, one of the issues that comes up over and over again is that we think of these as transitory events, and then you just go back and recover. But if you're not focused on child welfare, child mental health, then you're just creating this really long shadow that sits with that kid through learning disabilities, learning inability, and all kinds of issues can pop up for a long time.
Yeah. I remember reading this article. It was in about, I think it was women in Vietnam. And there was so much PTSD that there was this Great Depression in people. It was just, and they had women trained in body, like doing massage and things like that. And they went in just to allow those women to experience feeling again, because they'd stopped feeling from seeing so much.
Wow.
Anyway, it's not a happy topic for a beautiful June morning, but the reality is this is like the rest of the world. They're still being devastated, and we don't realize it. We just,
it's a biological tsunami.
Yeah.
And we're all, back at the ball games, which is great.
Yeah.
All that stuff that Dean Friedman was singing about here a few months back.
I know.
Just get back to a halfway normal world. And, we're still, this pandemic is not nearly done, sadly. No. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. There was this, I had a marvelous little walk yesterday, and in an area we walk to all the time. And it was a beautiful late spring moment with one of my favorite species, the largemouth bass. So I tweeted about it here. It's at the Garrison Institute, this wonderful scene at a pond on the grounds of the former monastery, which is now a recreation center for the community and is conserved in an easement. This morning took me back to my preteen days fishing for bigmouth bass in suburban Rhode Island. And I'll enlarge it and play it again so people get the idea. It's really, just look at the fish in this pond.
And did you do fishing derbies when you were a kid?
I did one. I mainly just went into the woods with a rod on my own.
Yeah.
And so this song kind of gets at that. So let's see here. It was a hazy day in August. I was 12 years old. Rode my bike to Little Pond. Then as now, I like to be on my own. Was the best place to be gone. Had my fishing rod over the handlebars, tackle box on the rack in the back. Brought along an old plastic bag just in case I had some luck. I had some luck. It was a little patch of paradise. I'll hit the play again thing. Actually, I'll just do this. Hold on. It was a little patch of paradise, surrounded by suburban sprawl. But where I hid down under those willow trees was like being in Panama. Wouldn't you know this was to be my day for the history books. From the bottom of that pond, the world's biggest bass shot straight for my treble hook. My treble hooks. That fish must have been mighty hungry. He did not hesitate. He grabbed my rebel popper, which looked nothing at all like bait. We fought to the death. Seemed like days I alone lived to tell the tale. That fish hang over my skinny hands like a towel drying on a rail. Towel on a rail. Now he's stuffed with plaster, fins all frayed, covered with dust, got eyes of glass. But for a bucket of gold I would not trade that 6-pound trophy, big mouth bass. My fish hanging from the handlebars, I rode home as quick as I could. My dad helped me look up the word taxidermy in the telephone book. An old man charged $3 a pound to immortalize my catch. When I look at it now, after all these years, I can still hear the great big splash of that 6-pound trophy, big mouth, that big mouth bass. He's stuffed with plaster, fins all frayed, covered with dust, got eyes of glass. But for a bucket of gold I would not trade that 6-pound trophy, big mouth. That 6-pound trophy, big mouth. That 6-pound trophy, big mouth. That big mouth bass. Well, maybe 5.5. Yeah, maybe 5.5.
That's great.
Something like that. I also mangled it a little bit, but and that dusty stuffed fish is still in the basement.
Oh yeah. I used to ride my bike from where we lived in Connecticut up to Bedford, New York, onto the dirt roads, the Narrows Road, where there was an abandoned high bush blueberry farm, and I would just take my a couple of plastic jugs, like milk jugs, and cut them so that they could be used for picking, and tie them to the handlebars of my bike and fill them up and then bicycle home. And it was like, yeah, it was such a great thing. You could just like go and fill up your jugs, and
those were the days.
And freedom to be on that bike.
Yeah, I know. Suburbia has its downsides, but for me, where we lived in Rhode Island, and not just on the bike, we lived in a suburban development, but I could walk through a little patch of woods across a field to the Hunt River, which was a little stream right behind the Star Market supermarket.
Wow.
And so they were like rusting old shopping carts and stuff. Yep. But it was, for me, as I said in that song, it was a little patch of paradise.
Yeah.
So it's like those, even, Thoreau wrote about the value of the swamp at the edge of town. Right. As being a connection with nature as much as getting into the wilderness.
It's so true.
And I think that's one of the messages there. So musically, what else you got going? I'm going to show a little video of David Rothenberg with Cicadas also in a few minutes. But,
well, I was just thinking while you were doing that, "Summertime" is a good song, and I did write a third verse. I wrote a third verse for it, and Pete actually said, "That's a good verse." He didn't hand out compliments too easily for some of us. So let's see if this is the right key. Yeah. I wish the girls were here because we would just have fun with this, but. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping. Let's see if I can. I'm going to start it again because I jump in. Oh, there it is. I'll start it again because I really messed up. Summertime and the living fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. Until that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mommy standing by. The evening when the daylight has ended and the full moon rises high in the sky, I will follow you to the highest mountain. Put all my wings together, we'll fly. Put on my wings together, we'll fly.
I wish we could be playing together because I'd be playing the mandolin on that one.
You'd be playing on that, and the girls would be singing harmonies. And actually, we do a little doo-woppy thing at the end. We do a whole verse with scat, which is kind of fun to do with them.
Yeah.
But
it's such a great tune. So simple. Hold on a second here, and I'm going to take us to Baltimore.
Wow.
David Rothenberg, who's been on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
Old musical friend, very unconventional musician. He's also an environmental philosopher and many other things. He has written a book a decade ago called Bug Music, and he has played his clarinet. He's a composer and a jazz improvisational wizard on clarinet and saxophone. He's a really good writer, kind of a man about unbelievable mix of talents. So let me see if I can hear the sheep in the background there.
I'll bet you can.
Which is great.
And I can mute too. Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed that you don't have to mute yet. I'm kind of bummed that we don't have this hatch. This brood is not here. I'm not sure if they're in your part of Massachusetts either.
Who's that?
The cicadas. This year's hatch of cicadas.
Oh.
They're
it's early. It's early still for them because of the
temperature. No, this is the 17-year batch that's all over like
they're not even in New England at all?
No. They're here and there. No, this is one of these 17-year broods that's emerging.
Right,
it's a big story, but it's not
curious,
here.
But I'm curious in August, it's in August if we do end up with any of them here because we've had them before.
We have cicadas. Those are just standard summertime cicadas.
Ones. Right. But the 17-year, I know I went to
11 years ago. We had a big brood. It was this one is Brood X.
Yeah.
That was Brood. I can't remember what it is, and it was amazing. But here, let me see if I can play this, including the music, so we can hear it. Hold on one second. Stop sharing. Share screen. I have to kind of talk my way through this, or I end up.
That's okay.
Chrome, share audio, Facebook. So this is David and Charlie Rao, who's a jazz guitar player. This was yesterday in Baltimore.
Wow.
Can you hear it?
Just starting to, yep.
Here they are.
You could turn up the volume a little bit if you can. Figure out how.
Such a character. So there we have it. A little bit of bug music.
Oh, that was great.
And I'll play. I'm going to play a little piece he did 10 years ago that I wrote about for the New York Times, where he's immersed in cicadas. Hold on.
Yeah.
Come on, computer.
Is it hard for you if somebody sends you a little short video? Is it hard to get it to be on your screen for the show? Like you have to set it up ahead of time?
It's complicated, but it's
Okay.
all doable. While I'm doing that, do you have another song you could share?
Well, I'm just going to talk for a second. It was reminding me when I go to there's a lake near here that's just solitary. I go there. I'm the only one there. It's this beautiful, beautiful spot. It's where May went to camp when she was
Wonderful.
a teenager. And the other night, the geese were talking back and forth, these two small groups. And I made a video and just recorded them. It's just so peaceful, but listening to that conversation. So that's why I was like, I want to send that to you because I think you'd love to play it sometime.
Oh,
I'll
sure.
Do that. I haven't thought of another song, and you can't play while you're trying to do that. Okay, I'll try to think of something.
Oh, you
I'll do my motorcycle song. I haven't done that in a long time. That's a good song, and it's.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think this is where I put the capo. Let's see. Maybe it's here. Oh no, it is here. Oh, so maybe you'll have it figured out by the time I tune my guitar.
That's okay.
Did you ever ride on a motorcycle out on the wind with your hair flying loose? Did you ever ride with the sun on your shoulder out on the mesa with all your ghosts? I believe I've been raised by the sun, and I believe I've been taught by the wind. They gave me their secrets while my wheels were spinning. I'm gonna ride until they call me in. Did you ever ride on a motorcycle out on the wind with your hair flying loose? Did you ever ride with the sun on your shoulder out on the mesa with all your goals? Sometimes I ride to the top of the mountain, up where the eagle sits high in her nest. Watch as the sunset explodes like a fountain, warmed by the rocks as I take my rest. Did you ever ride on a motorcycle out on the wind with your hair flying loose? Did you ever ride with the sun on your shoulder out on the mesa with all your goals? Sometimes at night when the moon is shining out on the mesa where the wind is still, out from the shadows I can see Coyote sings out a song to the ghosts on the hill. Did you ever ride on a motorcycle out on the wind with your hair flying loose? Did you ever ride with the sun on your shoulder out on the mesa with all your goals? Out on the mesa with all your ghosts. Out on the mesa with all your ghosts.
Love it.
Do you remember we played that at one gig? You guys all played that.
do.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
By the way, are you getting any echo right now? Because I'm going to take off
There's
my
there's no echo.
Good. Well, I'm going to play our good friend Ernie Seitz and his wife Barbara. They were on the show from Patrick Jones's studio a while back, but they've had trouble with internet, and they've posted some really great videos on Facebook, and I'm going to share one of them now, just because it actually riffs off of what you were just singing about, the West. Ernie Seitz, Cowboy Ernie, is about as emblematic of the West as anyone can be right now.
It sure is. Idaho.
So yeah, I know. Let me see here. Share screen. And he's such a character. Let's see. I think this is it. And I have not yet asked him where he got this bobblehead doll of himself. How'd that happen? Because it's really cool.
That's so great.
I mean, who has a personal bobblehead doll except maybe Obama and, a couple other people? So here we go.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is Ernest Seitz. How are you doing?
And Barbara.
Yeah, we're going to do the national anthem of the West. Cowboy classic called Home on the Range. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright from the lights, from the glittering stars, and I stood there amazed, and I asked as I gazed, could their glory exceed that of ours? Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. The red man was pressed from this part of the West, and I doubt if he'll ever return to the banks of the Hudson River, where seldom if ever his flickering campfire will burn. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard the discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Then give me a land where the bright diamond sands flow bleakly down to the sea, where the graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maid in a heavenly dream. I would not exchange on my home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Oh, yeah. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to God bless America. Yo.
That is so great.
Lord.
Oh, they sound so good together. Oh my goodness.
They sure do. They
Yeah.
sure do. Absolutely
Well,
fantastic. Wow.
Maybe we can do something from Ryder Farm again and get them over there. Because we had a pretty good setup when we did Ryder Farm. Yeah. As long as you keep doing the show.
Donna Nestler, who will be on here in a little while, says, Yippee, Archie and Barbara. Absolutely. There's another tune of theirs I might play in a little bit too.
You've got another song you can do. Oh, there it is.
Whoops. Let's see if I can. If you can hear, he was just yodeling again.
Oh
man.
Oh.
And hopefully Donna will get out in her boat soon. It was great to see her in person.
Oh, it was so good. And you have another song you can do, right, Andy?
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, I haven't. Let's see. Maybe I'll do. Hold on one second. This one, I haven't played this much, so maybe I'll screw it up too. But your Papua New Guinea one brought it to mind. It's called Pacific Blue. It has nothing to do with that 1980s, 1990s TV show. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. What am I doing? That, and then that. Okay, here we go. Long ago in some past life, I sailed across the sea. Long before these troubled times, when I was young and free. Across the blue Pacific, we lost track of the days. Used to sit up in the bow and watch the dolphins play. Now I'm rooted on the land that feels so high and dry. The earth is hard and dusty, no blue waves rolling by. But even now when I think back, that color fills my eyes. A cool, clear pool in which I dive to heal and purify. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, ease my tired soul. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, bathe me in your glow. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, carry me away. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, the color never fades. The color never fades. When my life is over, Lord, don't take me in the sky. The blue above, it pales beside the blue Pacific wide. Let me take my final rest out on the velvet sea. Let the water take the weight of life's burdens from me. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, ease my tired soul. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, bathe me in your glow. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, carry me away. Blue, blue, Pacific blue, the color never fades. The color never fades.
Oh, great. I haven't heard that one in a long time. I really like that
rough
song.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I did try that once at the town crier.
You did. Yeah. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. Oh, there's a long backstory there. So, but it's all good. Now, you did send me here Roe Pond
I did. I hope it was the right one. I think it was the right one, but it might, if you want to just save it until another time, whatever. I don't want you to have to.
I might try to play another one from Ernie and
yeah, that'd be great.
And Barbara. Where is he here? Ernie piano. Okay, here we go. And Donna is going to come on. We have to end this around 11:45 or so because I have to go get a haircut for the first time, like an actual professional haircut.
I know, mine is like
many months.
Mine is, I just keep sniffing the ends in front of the mirror, hoping it's like
so funny. Okay, here we go. Let me get this one almost set up. If you have a short tune in mind, you could play that first, but I think I'm pretty set here.
Well,
let's see this and then this.
I don't know if I ever do short tunes. I have a Tom Waits one I wanted to play. You got it? You got it ready?
We're ready. I just got to
Okay.
Share screen. Chrome tab. Facebook. And this is Barbara opening up. I didn't realize what a beautiful piano player she is.
She's a full-time accompanist in the city. All this time she goes in and she accompanies orchestras and ballets. That's what she does for a living.
Fantastic. I just didn't know this.
Yeah.
Hiding there behind Ernie. So let's see if this works. This was at Ryder Farm, wasn't it?
It was. Yep, in May, beginning of May.
Yeah, I could tell by the holes in that barn wall. I wish I could have been there that day.
Oh, they say there's a tree in the forest, a tree that will give you a sign. Come along with me to the sweetheart tree. Come and carve your name next to mine. They say if you kiss the right sweetheart, oh, the one that you've been waiting for, big blossoms of white will burst into sight, and your love will be true evermore. Oh, they say if you kiss the right sweetheart, or the one you've been waiting for, big blossoms of white will burst into sight, and your love will be true evermore.
Just fantastic.
How beautiful. I just love that.
It's beautiful. There's just no way. There's no other way to describe
beautiful.
It. Just beautiful. I miss seeing them in person. So we'll get there. Wow.
We will.
Well, Donna Nestler should be with us soon. And love to get another song from you.
So
It's
I was
kind of
thinking,
fun, just the two of us.
So I had this Tom Waits song that, and I think that song that Ernie sang, I think that was a Tom Waits song, wasn't it? I think.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
I think it was. I reckon. I was pretty sure it was. And his wife wrote all of his lyrics, so it's kind of interesting. But I've sung this one at a bunch of actually funerals. It's I Hope My Pony, and I don't know if you know the history that in back in the day, if you died and you were not home, they would put you in the back of your wagon or on your horse, and they would hit the horse's butt, and the horse would go home, and so you would would be taken home. So that's what this refers to.
One tiny thing, your guitar is booming a tiny bit. It's
booming.
More of it's a bit of a buzzy over.
I wonder if I should just lose that channel, maybe. I could probably just lose that channel, maybe. It might be enough.
It may be. Hold on. Let me see if it's my headset. One more time.
Is that any better? Because I just turned off that channel.
One more time. Yeah, I think that's better.
I just turned off that mic, so it's not necessary. Here it is. Oh, yeah. I was forgetting what I was doing. I've seen it all, boys. I've been all over. Been everywhere in the whole wide world. I rode the High Line with old blind Darby. Danced real slow with Jessie Lee. I was full of wonder when I left Murfreesboro. Now I'm full of hollow on Jackson Street. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, hope my pony knows the way back home. I walk from Natchez to Hushpakina. I built a fire by the side of the road. I work for nothing in a Belzoni sawmill. I caught a blind on the B&O. Tallulah's friendly, Belzoni ain't so. A 44 will get you 99. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, hope my pony knows the way back home. I run my race with burned face Jake. I gave him a manzanita cross. I wish nothing, dreams in plain smoke. Somehow my watch and chain got lost. Wish I was home in Evelyn's kitchen with old Jip curled round my feet. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, hope my pony knows the way back home. I hope my pony, I hope my pony, hope my pony knows the way back home.
That's a beautiful song. And I haven't heard about that.
I've never sang that for you. But I what's really funny is I sang Plain Smoke instead of Train Smoke, and I'm leaving on a plane on Wednesday to go to the West Coast for a couple weeks.
Wow.
I'm a little terrified of flying, of the whole flying and the whole how it's all going to go. But I think yeah. So you're going to do another song, aren't you, Andy?
Well, yeah.
I'm so glad.
And this is
great.
one I haven't done in a long time too. It's good. It dusts them off a little bit. This is called Grandpa's Cadillac.
Oh yeah.
We're pulled into the drive like a cruise ship into a dock. All curves and chrome, swear it measured 1 or 2 blocks. When it rounded a corner, looked to bend just like a snake. Drove smooth and cool like drinking a vanilla shake. It was white as a tooth, had fins to the sky. The windows were Coke bottle green. Well, my grandpa's Cadillac was one great shiny machine. He bought it used, never owned a new car in his life. Treated that caddy just like it was a second wife. When he washed it, he'd circle like a sculptor around a marble bust, searching for dings or dull spots or, God forbid, rust. It was white as a tooth, had fins to the sky. The windows were Coke bottle green. Well, my grandpa's Cadillac was one great shiny machine. He kept it running as long as he could, but it was finally time. He traded in that 59 and bought himself a used 69. Gone were the curves, gone were the fins. Streamline was out and square was in. Now a Cadillac was just another kind of car. Nothing special, not a work of art. Not like that 59 with fins to the sky and windows all Coke bottle green. Well, my grandpa's Cadillac, I said that my grandpa's Cadillac, my grandpa's Cadillac was one great shiny machine.
I love that song.
Yeah, I love that car.
Oh,
if you go
man.
online, you go on YouTube and put in 1959 Cadillac and then put in 1969 Cadillac, and you see exactly what I was talking about.
The
59 was the era, the end of the smooth, bulbous.
Those beautiful things.
Look, Dean Friedman is listening in. Hey, Dean.
Good. Oh, good.
Oh, man, for Dean Friedman to say that's a great song is a great compliment.
Yeah, Dean, I wish he was back on the show. Dean, you have to get back on this show.
He's coming. He has a new album coming out.
Oh, fantastic.
Many of the songs that we've heard through this pandemic year. So he'll be back, which is really cool. Yeah. And I do see our good friends Donna and Rick setting up in the green room. Up. Yep, they look pretty ready. I think. Can I click you guys in? Nod if so. Yes, there we go. We got the.
Oh, good, perfect. Good. Hey, good, you guys. Good to see you guys again.
Yeah, last Monday was so much fun.
That was really fun.
Dean posted another fun comment. He will come on the show, but not today. He has no clothes on at the moment.
Dean, we don't care.
He can always not have the camera on.
Yeah,
that's true. This is a family show.
An X rating could raise the ratings.
Yeah. So, greetings, Catskillians.
Hi. When you were talking about fishing. Yesterday, we went to a barbecue place in Livingston Manor, which is right on the Willow Weemock. Mm-hmm. So, and one of our friends, she says, well, in the morning, like 6 o'clock, she goes out in her waders and just hangs out in the river trying to catch fish.
I just love that. I grew up with it, and in Rhode Island, the ocean was there too, snorkeling and clamming and mussling. And I love that. I just can't even get enough of it. I miss it. The Hudson's great, but I miss the ocean too. Yeah. So.
Well, we'll have you on the sound this summer as soon as I can.
Let's do that. All right. Glad that leg.
Me too. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll all convene out at the farm too. We'll do a little bit of a round robin.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rick and Donna, what's on your musical minds today?
Oh, okay. I get to go first. This was actually for last week, but also today is D-Day, the commemoration of D-Day. So I thought this would still be appropriate. Ready? Oh, I wish I were on Buttermilk Hill. There I'd sit and cry my fill. Every tear would turn a mill. Johnny has gone for a soldier. Shula, 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 cry. Me, oh my, I loved him so. Only time will heal my woe. Johnny has gone for a soldier. I'll sell my rack, I'll sell my reel to buy my love a sword and shield. Oh, now he lies murdered in the field. Johnny has gone for a soldier. Shua, 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 grub. He, oh my, I loved him so. But only time will heal my wound. Johnny has gone for a soldier.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
I was singing a high harmony all along. We could sing that song. It works. Yeah.
Yeah, at the Memorial Day service here last Monday in the little village of Nelsonville, the mayor recited the poem "In Flanders Fields," which was from World War I, and it was
Right.
so, oh my God, so powerful. I'm sure that's been set to music. I should find that somewhere. And
If not, you should set it to music.
I guess I should. That was the. Actually, let's go right to you guys again, Rick. So Rick? What do you have queued up? Flip it over to Rick.
Well, listening to Ernie singing a good old cowboy song. This is a Woody Guthrie cowboy song. Many a month has come and gone since I wandered from my home to those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many a page of my life has turned and many lessons I have learned from those Oklahoma hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. As I stand here today, many miles I am away from those Oklahoma hills where I was born. Many a page of my life has turned and many lessons I have learned from those Oklahoma hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, ride my pony on the red reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. As I turned my life a page to the land of the great Osage, the place I rode my pony through the draw, where the black oil rolls and it flows in the snow-white cotton groves. I feel back in those hills where I belong. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, ride my pony on the reservation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. Way down yonder on the Indian Nation, the cowboy's life is my occupation in the Oklahoma hills where I was born. In those Oklahoma hills where I was born.
Yeehaw!
Oh, I love that song, you guys. That was great.
Thank you.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Andy, you must have another song.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
Yes.
sure. I'll do Skeptic in Heaven.
I've played so many.
Spent all my life a doubter, skeptic through and through, till I found myself in heaven one fine day. I don't know how I got here, seems you can't. Let me do that again. Spent all my life a doubter, skeptic through and through, till I found myself in heaven one fine day. I don't know how I got here, seems you can't recall your end, but here I am and I still am amazed. Everyone is smiling, happy as a clam. We all share a look of slight surprise. Even lifelong believers are somehow shocked to find that heaven really is a paradise. The view is quite spectacular. You can see the grand design. You can finally see the forest for the trees. Down on earth they're running round like frantic little ants. They should relax, the afterlife's a breeze. Everyone is smiling, happy as a clam. We all share a look of slight surprise. Even lifelong believers are somehow shocked to find that heaven really is a paradise. Way, way down you can make out a different destination, a place for those who did not make the grade. But up here we nibble angel cake, the choir is divine. Life in heaven is one big parade. Everyone is smiling, happy as a clam. We all share a look of slight surprise. Even lifelong believers are somehow shocked to find that heaven really is. I said heaven really is. Heaven really is a paradise. You know heaven really is. Heaven really is. Heaven really is a paradise.
All right, what is the story with that song? Did you write that?
Oh yeah, I wrote it one day, and
Wow.
I am kind of like in between. I'm agnostic. I'm
agnostic. I know.
I'm not an atheist. I'm agnostic.
Right,
I just don't know what the fuck is going on.
I know. Oh, you said that word. Oops.
I did. Yes, I did.
Beep beep.
I have a bad joke.
Okay.
Yes, go for it.
What do you get when you cross an agnostic, an insomniac, and a dyslexic?
Yes.
Someone who stays awake all night wondering if there's a dog.
I love it.
That's great.
Ooh, and it's got that like 20-second kind of. It makes you think just a little tiny bit, and then that laugh hits.
That's a joke grenade.
A joke, right? It's got that little timer. That's good. Well, we have to cut things a little bit short today because, as I said earlier, I've got to get my hair cut. I'm in that David Crosby moment, but I'm crossing the line to actually almost getting my hair cut.
Yeah.
And so maybe one more from each universe here, from Heath, and one more from.
Yeah, I feel like I've done so many this morning that maybe Rick and Donna should do a couple.
All right, okay, there we go. You guys close it out. What you got?
Thank you for holding forth, Karen.
Thank you for being here.
So what are we doing?
Charming Betsy.
Okay.
Don't cross the plains, Charming Betsy. Don't cross the mountains, Coralie. If I never no more see you again, well, great God, remember me. Now, rich gal, she lives in a big frame house. The poor gal, she lives in frame. My gal, she lives in the Nashville jail. It's a brick house, just the same. Well, I will be there in the morning if I live. Be there in the morning if I don't get killed. If I never no more see you again, well, may God remember me. Now, rich gal, she drives in a Cadillac car. Poor gal, she lives well today. Well, my gal, she drives a GMC pickup truck. She gets there just the same. Don't cross the plains, Charming Betsy. Don't cross the mountains, Coralie. If I never no more see you again, well, may God remember me. Now, rich gal, she drinks the finest champagne. Poor gal would like to do the same. Yeah, my gal, she's drinking old paint thinner. Yeah, she gets drunk just the same. Cross the plains, Charming Betsy. Don't cross the mountains, Coralie. If I never no more see you again, well, may God remember me. Now, rich gal, she wears the finest of clothes. Poor gal would like to do the same. Yeah, but my gal, she don't wear a golf darn thing. You know I love her just the same. Oh, be there in the morning if I live. Be there in the morning if I don't get killed. If I never no more see you again, well, may God remember me. You know, a rich gal, she'll hit you, she'll pop you with a stick. Poor gal would like to do the same. Well, my gal, get a rusty razor and run you all over town. You know she'll catch up with you just the same. So don't cross the plains, Charming Betsy. Don't cross the mountains, Coralie. If I never no more see you again, well, Yeah, be there in the morning if I live. I will be there in the morning if I don't get killed. If I never don't see you again, well, great God remember, great God remember, great God remember me.
Great.
That was
Beautiful.
great, you guys.
A rousing way to end the
Really good
morning.
song.
And have a good rest of the day. We'll see you again in person sometime soon. Everybody out there in digital land, this gets saved immediately when we're done. So just share it with others. People can listen to it like a podcast while they're cooking or whatever. You don't have to watch the beautiful pictures, but sometimes that's fun to do too. And thanks, Karen Brooks, for being here from Heath, Massachusetts, out on the sheep farm.
And next week from Portland, Oregon, if I can be at Deb Einbender's
Cool.
or my son's, and we maybe do the show from there. We'll see. We'll see
That
what
would be
happens.
great. You know who's out there is Tony Furtado, who was on the show
That's right.
many months ago.
Right.
Maybe we could
All right.
get you together with them. They have a wonderful setup. He and his wife.
Oh,
she's
nice.
a songwriter
Yeah.
too.
Send me something if you can when you think
I'll
of it.
try to figure
I'll
that
try
out.
to remember to ask.
Yeah, maybe we could round up Joanne Rand and have a West Coast
That'd be fun.
West Coast,
Yeah.
highlight. And thanks, Rick and Donna.
Thank
The
you.
wrestlers. Be
Nice to
well.
see you guys.
Yeah. It was more
And,
fun last week, but this is good.
Have
Yeah,
a good
it was
cut.
great to be in the same studio.
Have a
I
good cut,
will.
Andy.
It's a
We'll
place
be
called
looking at
Barber
it
and-
next week.
It's called Barber and Brew. Everybody, Barber and Brew.
Oh,
Come
you
to
can
the
have a beer while you're waiting.
You can, although it's a little early for that right now, but maybe.
Right,
maybe I
right.
will.
By
That's
the
a
time
great
you get
idea.
there, it'll be afternoon.
That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll indulge.
my favorite combination was the laundromat and bar that I ran into in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they
you shove your clothes in the washing machine and go out and have a couple of brews and walk back into the laundromat, pull them out, throw them in the dryer. You got at least an hour to sit around and just drink some more.
And it's so
Close?
entertaining watching this stuff go.
Oh
around.
yeah. Well, depending on how much you have to drink, I suppose.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Nice to see
Say
you
hi to
guys.
Lisa.